Healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Oh, hello and welcome to Lady Journey. And I'd like to start off by saying I'm in a little bit of a bad mood.
Are you really?
Did you ever get that?
Yes. Well, this morning we're doing sleep training.
Okay.
So we locked the baby in the room at 7 p.m. and we
You
don't
have to lock him in there. His little fingers.
he'll get out. But that's what the doctor's newsletter was like, just close the door at 7 p.m. and don't open till 7 a.m. And you're like, that's pretty harsh.
Wow.
And so he woke up at 5:46. And so I came to feed him. And I thought maybe if I brought him in the bed, he would go back to sleep. And he didn't. For 2 hours, it was just straight crying.
Oh, that'll wake you up.
So
that'll get you going.
Joe was on edge and then I was on edge this morning. A lot of like, you know what I mean? Like this kind of slamming around.
That's so funny. That gives me a great perspective for my bad mood because I was just like, I think I had too much coffee. You're like, I was woken at the crack of dawn by a screaming infant. I'm like, I just feel kind of angry. Welcome,
It's
Lucie.
all relative.
Was it a dream?
Thank you.
You know, I think I have a little PMS. I think that's what it is because I've been getting furious. I can always tell when I get
be
PMS.
heat.
Yeah, like when people look at me and if a man looks at me, I feel a flush of fury.
Yeah, we were like, what?
How dare you, sir?
I love that. A
And because
flush
it's-
of fury.
You know, it's springtime and men they're always looking around in
Right.
spring and it just incenses me.
I've been getting a lot of, I have my headphones in and a lot of men just kind of like, excuse me. And then I have to go, I just don't speak to strange men.
Strangers.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
I won't help a man.
I won't. No, yeah, you've had enough
No, they
help.
don't deserve it. It's true. On the plane yesterday, there was a man sitting next to me, and I started working on this script, and then he was like, "Excuse me," and I ignored him until he touched my shoulder, and then I was like, "What? What is it?" And he was like, "Are you a screenwriter?" And I was like, "Oh my god, what
'Cause I like
answer
to
is going to make
double.
him go away?"
I know.
Oh,
So I
how
was like,
awful.
"No."
Can I tell you?
as you're clearly writing a script. No, sir. Good day.
I
feel
don't want
like
to talk to you.
That's, what are those horns? Those horns on the island.
Oh yeah, like the conch.
Yeah.
The conch.
Writing a screenplay, reading a book,
Right, reading a book.
playing guitar on social media.
Yes.
These are all ways to get men into your DMs
Yeah.
and comment section to let you know you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at one point I was reading Game of Thrones. I got really into the books, obviously. Obviously about everything about me. And I would read them on the train because I got so sucked in. I mean, they really
Right.
drew me in, but it was like an open invitation for any Quasimodo man to be like, hello. What chapter are you on?
What house? What house are you? Shut up. I was just at a Comic-Con in Finland with Kit
Yes.
Harington, Jon Snow.
Were you really? Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
met him.
He is
I
so
love
delicious.
Jon Snow.
Wow. So
I think you guys would be,
Disappointed?
really, I know he got married to the other girl, Egret.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Whose
you
name I
know
don't
nothing,
remember.
Jon Snow.
Oh, yes.
That one.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's very antagonistic.
Yes, she was. But
Yeah.
that's why men love bitches. So that's why they got married.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
so what were you doing at Comic-Con?
So I voice a popular character on a big video game. And
is
I started doing
exciting.
that. What?
I said that is exciting.
So
yeah,
exciting.
It's so
Yeah.
weird and wild.
Yeah.
And I started doing that like almost 8 years ago now, and it blew up. And ever since it was launched, we've been invited to Comic-Cons all over the world, which is so wild.
Right.
How cool. So
Yeah, it's wild.
walk us through like what do you do with the Comic-Cons? Because I've never been to one. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Are you just there and people are coming up? Like, tell us what happens.
Yes, exactly. So I pretend I'm a celebrity. I get treated like a celebrity, and
But you are at the Comic-Con world.
well, I
Oh
guess
my
so, but it's so
gosh.
weird. It's so
Right.
weird, this like new world that we live in, where you can be a celebrity in one world and then like not at all in another, in the real world. You know.
Interesting,
So yeah, you get like picked up in a fancy car, and then they're like, "Oh, hello, Miss Pohl," and then they bring you to your table where there's a big poster of you behind you. In my case, it's me and the character. It's my face and the character, and it says my name. And then there will be a line of fans, and then I sign autographs and do voice lines for them, and they freak out. Like her catchphrase is "Heroes never die."
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
that's
a good
that.
Heroes never die. That's how she says it.
Oh,
It's so wild.
fantastic.
Do people make you say it in public?
Oh yeah. And they freak out. Like it's so crazy because people come to me and they're like, I have 1,000 hours on your character.
You know what's really wild?
Wow.
Video games probably get more views than movies
Yes.
these days.
Well, that's the thing. Not only these days though, but if you think about it, like you watch a movie and it's 2.5 hours, and maybe you love this movie so much that you watch it 10 times, and then you've done 200 hours with these people and their voices. But these gamers, they're like, I have 1,000 hours. So 1,000 hours of my voice going,
Right.
I'm right behind you. Keep going. Heroes never die, you know? And like,
Wow.
it seeps into them.
Yeah.
And then they need like a physical manifestation
Yes.
of the character because they
Okay.
love the character so
Yeah.
much. And so of course it's the voice. It's the voice actor that voices the characters the closest
You're their
to
special friend.
I'm their special friend. And
It
and
must
so
get even weirder than like movies. Do you know what I mean? If you're that much in people's ear. Like,
Yes.
you know how like podcast fans are insane?
Except for ours. Like and subscribe. Join our Patreon.
Like what is it? Symbiotic relationships.
I think it's parasympathetic. Is
Yeah.
that it? Where like
Is that
they
it?
think that they know you.
Right.
That I feel like it's probably even deeper.
yeah, but if
in
you
your
think
world.
about it, the voice is truly like it carries so much emotion and it carries all the
Right.
personality and voice evokes so much sensory memory. Like if you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
your grandma's voice or someone that you knew from when you were a kid, it immediately evokes like emotion and memory, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's wild. So you sign autographs, you take pictures, then you normally do a panel where
Okay.
a moderator asks you questions, and then they do like a Q&A for the audience, and
What
then
kind of questions do you usually get?
yeah, I was just about to say
Okay,
it. Like
good.
there's
I shouldn't
some
interrupt.
No,
I'll let you go.
no, please interrupt. Why are you talking? No, there's some that you always get, which are like, what's your favorite? If you could voice any other character on the video game, what would it be? How do you become a voice actor?
I heard that's hard. Ish.
I mean, it's as hard as anything in that industry.
Yeah.
Everything's hard.
Yeah.
We do hard things. Okay.
We're special.
No
heard
big
it's
deal.
Tighter knit because once they find the voice actors that they
Yes.
like, they pretty much use them,
It's true.
and it's a small network.
Yes.
So it's hard to kind of like break
Yes.
through that.
Totally
Yeah.
true. Totally true. And even with this character, it's taken me a long time to like start to do animation and really like, yeah, it's taken years to really get in.
Right, because you can't really like put your real, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like voiceover stuff online and put it in the form of art. Like we could write a sketch
Right.
and that could be, people could be like, oh, I like how she performed in that. But I find like, I would think that doing voiceover would be harder to get discovered in that way.
Yeah, and I think it is just a smaller group because most voice actors obviously have range.
Yeah.
And they can do more than one type of voice. Or it would be helpful if you want to be a voice actor.
I have one voice.
Exactly.
Brooklyn grandmother. Hello. Now, do you ever get fan mail? Do you get any fan mail from like?
I get fan mail, and there was gonna be a stalker there. And I was actually nervous because this guy was weird and had been like, every time somebody posts a picture with me and I like repost it on my stories, he messages the person and he's like, oh my God, you know her. And his handle was like Hunter Pohl. My last name's Pohl, which
Right.
is like
Oh, he's
fucking
taking
creepy.
your last name.
But it's like Hunter Pohl. Like,
it's
yes,
yeah.
creepy.
Okay.
Change it to Interpol. Help.
Pole position. Come on. Pocahontas, anything. And he wrote all these emails saying he's going to be there.
Wow. Is
But
he
I don't know.
Finnish?
He said he was Finnish all of a sudden.
Wow. Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. He's a
Wow.
shape-shifting stalker, but I don't
Yeah.
think he came.
Well,
so.
please
If he did,
subscribe
he
to
was-
Our Lady Journey.
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
has, and he's just like a loner dude in the audience.
he's kind of gross. Like he posts, I get emails from people being like, hey, do you know that there's this guy posting that you're his girlfriend? And it's always like, oh, I'm dating a cougar and she's older than me. Is this okay? I know.
Wow.
I'm like, what the
backhanded.
fuck, you asshole?
Yeah. He's
like,
stalking you
look
and
at this
putting you
MILF.
down.
Yes. And I'm like,
Wild.
this is so fucked up. I don't even have kids. To call me a MILF is so triggering, okay?
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, what? He's like, hey, everybody, this is my girlfriend. It's all these screenshots from my stories. We work out together and she's older than me. Is that bad? What do you guys think? And then I get emails from people
Wow.
being like, hey, do you know this guy? He's posting everywhere that you guys are a couple. And it's so funny because it's
Wow.
always like, I'm 25 and she's
Yeah.
not.
Letter X. You do the math.
Yeah, exactly.
Immortal. You're immortal.
Immortal. Exactly.
Immortalized
Heroes never
forever.
die.
Yeah, heroes never
die.
die.
Yeah.
And they never age.
Never
And
die.
they
Yeah.
never
Never.
age.
So what was Finland like? What did you have any food?
Oh my God, Finland was amazing. I also did 2 shows there, and it was the second time that I did comedy on a show where everybody else did comedy in another language.
Oh, interesting.
And it's not a language where you can figure out anything that
Right.
they're saying. It's not
Yeah.
like you're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. That's the
like-
same in French.
Dutch is
They're
a
like,
little like
Rumpenglöcken, smökenlöcken, drücken, drücken. You're like, fuck, what the fuck? And it's so weird to do comedy when you can't read a room at all.
Right.
And don't know what's
Right.
happening and what people are laughing at. It's like a night. It's like waking up from a nightmare. You're like, oh my God, I had a dream. I was naked on
Yeah.
stage in Finland. You know what I mean? And everybody was screaming in Finnish. But Finland was amazing. First of all, I feel like I'm German. I was 8 when we moved here from Germany, but I've been here for a long time. And I feel like every time I go to Europe, I'm like, why can't we do this? Why can't there be good coffee everywhere? Why can't public bathrooms be clean?
right.
What the
right.
fuck is
Public
that?
transportation.
Public transportation.
Every 5 minutes and
Why?
clean.
Like I walked into the bathroom at the airport in Helsinki yesterday. They were playing bird sounds and there was a woman washing an apple in the sink.
Wow. How romantic.
I was like, what is this?
Is this the secret
I
garden?
know. I'm like, here, all we get in public bathrooms are new strains of herpes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
and
not even a joke. That's just true.
It's true. It's
I
true.
can't touch anything.
I'm assuming it's because their tax money helps support most people
And it doesn't just go into the pockets.
to the and I
yes.
think that's what
Yes.
happens here because
Yes.
that's the biggest argument I see online because I've seen this talked a lot on TikTok and I agree like I don't mind paying high taxes.
Yes.
It's just I want to reap the benefits of like clean
us something.
public stuff and
Right.
Yeah.
we don't even have good public restrooms.
It's
I was
such a
in a
shithole.
public restroom. I think I was taking the train. That's right. I had done a show in New Jersey last week, and I was taking the train back. And you know me, I have a tiny bladder, so I had to pee. I said I have to go in at Penn Station. I mean, it's Penn Station. That was my first mistake.
Penn Station
I
public
know.
bathroom. You did
Cesspool.
that?
Here's the thing. It's like there's an attendant. There's an attendant there, like cleaning. And as I was peeing, well, you know, I'm like in a line, and the only stall that opened up in the next stall, as I was peeing, I could see the woman's, or you know, it was a person. I don't know. It might not have been a woman. Just half-eaten chicken fingers, and I could smell the hot sauce as I was peeing, and I was just like, "Don't look at it! Don't!" I mean, it was like a
Right.
meal, a full meal on the floor of the bathroom.
Wow, that's
And
A
brave.
picnic?
A little
Yeah.
picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picnic.
That's brave.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's so sad. But Finland is incredible. I went to the sauna.
Oh, amazing.
And so I was in Helsinki first, and then they took us to this place called Tampere, which is 2 hours
Ooh.
outside of Helsinki where the Comic-Con was. Because apparently this is like the event city in in Finland. And that is also the sauna capital of the world.
Oh, I love a sauna.
I know.
Do you prefer sauna or steam room?
No, I prefer sauna for sure.
Really? You like the dry
'cause-
heat. You like
yes,
the dry heat.
Yes.
Okay.
But this sauna was like super traditional. It gets up to when we were there, it got up to 93 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I can get
Okay.
like, burnt. Or
93
meaning,
Celsius
Yeah.
is
like
like
I'm dying.
must be like 140 or something.
It's high. I don't
That's
know.
insane.
Yeah, because-
like I grew up in Texas and like sometimes every now and then it would hit close could be 120 in the car and you can't sustain it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
there's these Finnish men with felt hats.
In
and
the
everybody's
sauna, yeah.
and the different like there's like stairs, and so the further up you go, the hotter it is. And it's next to an icy lake, an ice lake. Well, it's just a lake in Finland and it's cold.
Yeah.
So people sit in the sauna and then they go into the lake and then they go back into the sauna.
I
But
love that.
nobody was having fun. Like everybody was like,
Just white knuckling it. Yes. Freezing hot, freezing burning.
but it was
Were
so.
you having fun?
Oh my god!
Were you
it
the
was
only one in there,
amazing.
like-
Yes, of course. And with the American accent, you might as well
Yeah,
lean into
yeah.
the stereotype of like, oh my god, woo, you know, like fuck it. And I was with my friend who's British, and she was like, oh, this is quite nice, yes. And I was like, yeah, oh my god, what the fuck? I went into the lake, and all the Finnish people were like, but they were very serious. They say all the ice hockey players go there.
Ooh.
Hockey
Yes,
players are
hello.
hot.
Everybody was hot.
Attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Attractive,
Yeah.
yes. Can you not say hot anymore?
No, we were confused. We were confused by the
I was
sauna.
like,
Yeah.
oh, hot.
Yeah.
Right. They were also hot.
Yeah.
But nobody was smiling, which I thought was so funny. There was one woman who literally was sitting in the sauna like she looked like she was in agony, like
Yeah.
in
Oh, my
despair.
goodness.
Like
Yeah.
also mental, like not only physically, like just like but it was incredible. They have a little thing there where you can fry your own sausages
In the sauna.
outside.
Wow. I was like, wow, the smell.
And that doesn't bother. Maybe that's why they're unhappy.
So funny. It's so funny.
In
People
the
were
sauna
frying
doing a sausage. I'm like, I don't want to eat when I'm hot.
I feel like that's something that would happen here in America.
They would do it in the sauna.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
They would have like
eating
a deep
contest.
fryer.
Yeah.
There would be deep frying turkeys. Hey, what's up? And you're only allowed to fry sausages and nothing else.
Okay.
So no Beyond Meat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or I
that
don't
offensive?
know.
Can
they have
You're not allowed to
accoutrements?
fry
Can
halloumi.
they have
I
like
don't
a
know.
little mustard or
that makes
something?
sense. You don't want
said-
cheese all over the grill.
It said
Yeah.
for the hygiene, please only fry sausages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for the hygiene.
There was also a big sign that says, don't go alone to the hole in the ice. I was like, okay, fair. It's
What
good
is
advice.
the hole in?
Well, I guess in the
What's in
winter, in the winter, they make a hole because the lake probably freezes in the
Gotcha.
winter. And then they'll make a
Okay.
hole.
And that's where you're doing the cold plunge.
And then you go
in,
in
the
there.
hole.
In
Yeah.
the
Oh,
hole.
gotcha.
In the
What
hole.
the fuck? That's so insane.
Yeah, it does feel like that would be dangerous. Because if you go one
Bit too
foot,
far over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
to the right or left, then that's scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then you're
I don't want to
fucked.
think. So you cannot go alone. But what are they going to do to help?
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
This
the
way.
guy is in the hole. He's not coming out. But it was incredible. It was probably the most amazing thing I've done in a long, long time. It felt so incredible to go
Yeah.
into that hot room and it was like kind of dark and there was all these like hairy Finnish men with these felt hats, like sweating, and it was intense.
So if it's co-ed, what are you wearing? Swimsuit?
Swimsuit.
Okay.
And I said I'm German, and in Germany, in the saunas, you're not allowed to wear swimsuits.
Okay.
You must be naked, and
Yeah.
you're co-ed.
In
They
the co-ed?
force you to be
wow.
naked.
Oh, that's very German. I feel
So
like that's very
German.
German.
They're
That's a little
it says
sprockets.
Yeah. It says this. It always says this is a textile-free zone
Okay.
in the German
Okay.
saunas.
Yeah.
I think it's too much. I'm too American for that now.
I don't mind to do it if it's all women, but you know,
it's mixed.
yeah, if
Yeah.
it's men, you know, it's like, but I guess like when you go to a nude beach, it's also mixed in a nude beach. You know,
I
it's
know, but
very
it's not as
European in a
tight.
way. Yeah.
I dated this guy in Berlin once who was like kind of a famous actor there, and he always wanted to go to the sauna. And then people would like look at his dick and then like look at him and like nod and smile.
and then go to
Yeah.
Reddit afterwards.
And I was like, why are you doing this? Isn't this so weird for you? And he's like, no, I like it. So
What a
weird.
fun guy.
And then food. You were asking about food.
Yes, tell us about the
So
food.
I don't eat meat, but they eat reindeer.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They eat reindeer, and then they have something there that I was so excited about called cloudberries.
Cloudberries.
Yeah, is that amazing?
Yummy.
I
It
kinda
sounds
wanna
like a
change my
video
name to-
game
yeah.
Could be.
item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like an album.
Right.
Cloudberries.
Cloudberry Parade or whatever. I want to be Cloudberry Pohl now.
So is it a fruit?
Yes, it's a fruit.
Okay.
It looks like an orange raspberry. It's beautiful. And it's
Oh.
sort of I don't know, like hard to come by, I guess. It's a delicacy.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
that we haven't seen that here in America.
I've never heard of a cloudberry.
Yeah,
No.
never
And
heard of a
I know
cloudberry.
fruits. I knew fruits. I've
I
had
know
a dragon fruit.
Love
Yes.
berries. Never
Love
heard of
berry.
cloudberries.
Well, every now and then you'll see fruit online on TikTok, and you're like, "This must be AI." And then
Yeah,
Yes.
like the
No,
ice cream fruit that they have in South America, where it's like you open a pod and they've got the little
No, I've not seen that.
What is
Yeah, it's
that?
called like ice cream. I forget what it's actually called, but it's like there's so many fruits that we don't even know about.
Yeah, that we don't get.
What is this conspiracy?
Yeah,
This
I'm gonna
fruit
look it up. We
conspiracy.
should do a Lady Journey fruit episode. 'cause
Yes,
that's
I
what-
love that.
We love fruits.
I bought cloudberry powder. I'm gonna snort
a little
it. No.
powder.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it, but
Probably
I'll
get some
put it on stuff.
antioxidants in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. So they have that, and then herring, lots of
Herring
like
is-
fish,
Do
salmon.
you eat fish or just
I
no?
do.
You do. Okay,
I can't
that's a
do
good
the
fish.
herring.
I love it.
Why?
It's too fishy.
Oh, you can't do it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you can't do it. People can't do it.
Oh yeah, no.
Shouldn't do it.
I can't. I'll do the herring. Like I wanted to get into the canned fish trend for a little bit, and I would try, and I just
I've
it's
been
not
on a
my
canned
The only thing
fish.
is tuna, and
Yeah.
that's just as plain as you
Sardines? You can't do sardines?
can get. I'll have to revisit.
They're good
You know,
for you.
I'm going down a canned fish rabbit hole right now. A fish hole, a hole in the ice.
Oh, yeah,
And
don't
I've
go
been
alone.
into smoked mussels lately.
Whoa. I
Smoked
tried-
mussels and smoked clams. Yeah.
No, I can't do that. Not
I like
out of
them
the
on
can.
a little cracker with like I slather it in Grey Poupon and then I just eat this little
But
sea
then
cracker.
you can't taste it anymore, can you? It's like a hint
You can,
fish taste.
yeah, you can get like it's like the smoky taste,
Right, right,
smoky
right.
taste. But I think it's for me like the shape of them. I don't like seeing the shape.
Right. But this
yeah,
was
yeah.
fresh
Drench.
herring
Yeah.
that I had.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
like
It might
be
fresh
different.
fried herring.
Oh,
Yeah.
fried.
But I
yummy.
also had pickled herring with black currants.
really good.
At this hotel, I stayed at this hotel in Helsinki where I convinced them that I'm an actual celebrity. So they let me have
Fabulous.
this room for like almost nothing. And the breakfast was so insane. And they had pickled herring with black currants.
Ooh. What else
so
was in
good.
the breakfast? Take us through. I'm
European
dying.
breakfasts at hotels are the best.
The best.
Yeah.
So they love porridge. They had porridge.
Okay.
It's like a special Finnish porridge. Lots of smoked fish.
Okay.
Smoked salmon and smoked like mackerel type of stuff.
Yes.
And then fruit and little desserts. They love pastries there. They put cardamom in their pastry.
Ooh, yummy. I love that. I had a cardamom
Yum, yum.
bun.
Yes,
it's
they
like
have
the
those.
new thing.
Korvapusti. That's what it's called.
Ooh.
Korvapusti.
I
And
would
then
have
they're
butchered that.
Yeah.
what?
Karapusti.
I would have butchered
Can I have
that.
some karapusti, please?
No, I said it so many times. Also, pusti in Greek means like that's like a terrible word for a gay person.
Oh, now,
I didn't know that.
now
So-
we're
my
gonna get
goodness.
banned on YouTube.
And I was married to a Greek guy, and so I know the word pusti.
Yeah.
And then kurva in
Is that me? Sorry.
Russian.
Well, FaceTime.
Maybe
Your,
it's me.
your baby's
me.
FaceTiming you.
It's fine. It's not important.
Stop blocking me in the room. I want to get out. And kurva in Russian means bitch. So
Wow.
it was easy to remember. Bitch,
Yeah.
F
Yeah.
word.
Kuva sounds like it has the same. It feels like the same energy as you say punta,
Yeah.
which is also a nasty word in
Yeah.
Spanish.
Right.
But it sounds like a
Puta?
pastry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll
true.
have the cinnamon punta, please.
I have no idea if we have to bleep any of this.
Well,
I don't think we do. Oh,
Yeah,
is it punta?
exactly.
Oh, okay.
I
there
didn't
you
want
go.
to say. I was
Then
like,
it's
I'm just
point.
gonna
I
leave
love
it.
it.
Then it's point, right?
Our
If it's
editor is
punta.
correcting us on the pronunciation.
Punta would be point.
Punta, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the kurapusti? That was a pastry.
We do not have to bleep this because this is a Finnish pastry and it's called kurvapusti and it's their cinnamon bun, cardamom
sounds
cinnamon. Oh
amazing.
my god, it's so good. It's so good. Mm,
So was
delicious.
it like, were you getting room service or was it like a spread, like kind
No,
of
it
the
was a
European?
spread? And
I love a spread.
The second morning, the woman said, "Hello, Miss Pohl, the usual table," and I was like, "That's Mr. Pohl to you." It was so
How
funny
do you
because I was like,
do?
"Fuck these people!" Like I've totally conned these people. Whatever.
Amazing. Now, the last time I talked to you, you had just come back from Brazil.
Yes, I was in Brazil in March. Yeah.
Oh, how fun. I've always really wanted to go to Brazil.
It's amazing. I went with Carol Zoccoli. Do you guys know her?
I do.
Comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She's
oh, that's so fun.
a Brazilian comedian.
Yes.
And so I went with her and I did shows in Sao Paulo and in Rio. And it was amazing and so fun. I always felt like I had like some connection to Brazil when I was a kid.
Yeah, there's something, the rainforest is so incredible.
Yeah. And I never felt German. I was always like, I think I was switched at birth and I was born in Brazil and I'm not German. This
What
can't
is
be
your
right.
background besides German?
My mom's Romanian
Oh, okay.
and Jewish.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a good time. You might want to bleep that too. But I always was like, I was born in Brazil and switched at birth. And then when I got there, this guy messaged me and was like, welcome home.
Oh my goodness.
And I'd never met him. And I was
Hello,
like,
sir. Do you speak any Portuguese?
No. I speak a little Spanish.
I speak a little Spanish too, and I find Portuguese to be quite tricky.
It's super tricky.
Yeah.
But beautiful to listen to.
Beautiful language.
And I did watch Carol's show in Portuguese twice. I sat there and watched the entire hour in Portuguese, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm making up the punchlines myself. I'm making up all the jokes and punchlines. But this is good stuff. But people are so nice. It's an amazing place. I mean, obviously, Sao Paulo is like a huge city. It's kind of like New York, has a lot of similarities, I feel like. And in terms of comedy, it was kind of funny because it's like a country of like 250 million people.
Wow.
And they have a really, really strong stand-up industry there.
It's a huge country. It's huge.
Huge country, and not all countries are into comedy, I guess, but Brazil is super into comedy.
Wow.
Yeah, we've gotten I feel like there's been several Brazilian comics. You're talking to them, and they come in like a group to watch all the shows, and then you meet afterwards, and then you go look at their Instagram, and they've been doing stand up, and you're like, 10 million followers,
exactly,
and they're like, I love what you do, and you're like, I love what you do,
exactly.
You are more popular than I am,
like anybody I know. Yeah. This
Yeah.
is so true. That's exactly what happened to me. This guy was like, oh my God, you have to meet my friend here who's a comic here. And I was like, okay, sure. And he's like, here, check out his Instagram. And literally like 23 million followers.
Yeah.
I was like, well, who the fuck is this? Is he the fucking king of Brazil? But
was it Rafi?
No. Oh my God.
He's
what
the
was
only
his name?
export that I know from Brazil.
Yes.
That's
And he's lovely.
over here.
I know he's not an
Delightful.
expert. He lives in Brazil. This guy
Oh,
I'm
he's still-
talking about,
okay.
and I just forgot his name. But we're best friends now.
We'll put it in the notes. We'll put it in the show notes.
But it's so true, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a big industry there, and people are really into comedy. So I almost felt like, what am I doing? I'm like this now. I'm like really doing this. Like, I'm like colonizing your like comedy world. Like, why am I? You know how when you say you're a comedian from New York, anywhere, people are like, oh my God. And it's always like, and now we have someone visiting from New York. If you go overseas, people are always excited.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I like walking in here like, yeah, I'm a comic from New York. And they're like, we don't give a shit. We don't speak English, and we have our own people that we love and that are super famous here. So part of me was kind of like, what am I doing? Why am I like even asking these people to come to this show when I don't have any point of reference for them for their lives or whatever. But it went super well. It was really fun to do the shows there, and people are so nice. I think it's kind of sad. Almost anywhere you go outside of the US, like people are so much more communal and so much more hospitable.
Yeah.
Even
and
outside
warm.
of New York, it was
Yes, that's true.
weird to say.
I know East Coast
It's a New York
is so I was watching something that was like they were ranking the meanest regions, and it was like East Coast is just the meanest region.
It is particularly like service, because even we went to LA last week, and I was kind of surprised to know the service was a lot friendlier, and I wasn't expecting that out there.
Although I felt like I was so frustrated last time I went to LA because I was like at the coffee counter, and then like everyone that's ordering, she's like, "What's going on?" And then they're just doing like
a 10-minute.
Well, I had a breakdown, but I'm fine now. But my dog is sick, and I'm in the back like, move it along.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went
need
to this
caffeine.
cafe. I could not. I
mean in
can't
a
get over
different
this.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. In a we're taking up your time.
Inconsiderate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so how's the kids? Like, what?
There's
What
a
is
cafe
happening?
in LA where they tell you they love you at the end of your order.
Oh, that's so LA.
And I was like, what did you just say to me?
I
What
love
the fuck?
you.
They were like, okay,
Stay away from me, you
your
groomer.
order. Exactly.
is a cold stone.
Shut the fuck up and give me my coffee. I was like, what? And they had just opened. I was like, what's going on? What are you guys like? What is this? Because they were like, I had walked by. I got COVID. This was in October, and I got COVID. I was staying in West Hollywood. I had to cancel all my shows, and I was stuck in the like Airbnb.
that's awful.
And all I could do was like walk around the block once a day. I was super sick, and I kept walking by this cafe, and they were training the staff, and they would like cheer and like do these like staff training exercises, all wearing white. And I was like, what is happening?
Like a cult.
Yes, it was so weird. And on my last day, I tested negative, and they had just opened. It was the grand opening. So I went in. I was like, I have to go in. And I was like, what is happening? Like, what's your thing? And she was like, our thing is we're trying to normalize kindness and create an atmosphere of Parisian togetherness. Oh my God, I almost fucking died. I was
Parisian
like,
togetherness.
Exactly.
It's like, so you're judging?
Oxymoron.
Like, have you been to Paris?
Yes, non-existent, not a thing at all. And
So
then
funny.
they were like, okay, that'll be $3.25. Thanks, Lucy. Love you.
Wow.
I was like,
It
what?
feels
Right.
like Cold Stone Creamery to me, where when you tip them, remember they're like, and we love tips and thank you so much for the tip. They have to like do a whole song and dance. And it's like,
demoralizing.
yeah, people are
so
like, here's
crazy.
$1, dance.
Yeah.
Like the monkey you are. You know, it's just like, hating
oh my
it.
God. But I was thinking being German or even like in a place like Finland, like those cultures are so reserved. And in German, we don't say, I love your shirt or like, I love your outfit. You don't say like, love you, bye. Like if you say I love you, it like holds a lot of weight.
That's how I feel the same way, but people actually do throw that word around a lot, and
Here?
it makes
Yes.
me uncomfortable. Like
yeah. It's weird
as
to
a
say it
as
to your
a way to
friends,
say it
I
at the
find.
end, yeah, where I'm like,
Bye, love you.
I love you. Yeah. And it's like you've met them twice and then you're like,
do you love
don't
me?
love
Yeah,
you.
I don't. Yeah,
I don't love
By
you.
the way, I need a
Is that
kidney.
okay? Yeah, like, is it
Yeah.
okay that I don't love you yet?
And then
I
they
am
don't
willing to
return
try.
a text for 2 weeks. You're like,
Yes.
do you love me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You use the L word.
But in Germany, people would like, if you would say to someone in a cafe, Danke, ich liebe dich, they'd be like, and then the country would sink into the
Right.
fucking ground.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody
they're-
would lose it. They'd be
They're
offended.
right on that one.
I think
I
they
think
are
so too.
Yeah.
It is weird how people
have
are
a
like,
boundary.
I love your outfit. It's
Right.
like,
It's a little
love.
condescending
Yeah.
too, right?
I love that.
It's like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my God, love. Some people now
Or-
just say, oh my God, love.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best.
Or I
That's-
love that for you.
love that for you.
Love that for you, but love
Yeah.
that for you
I like
is
that. Though.
like,
It's
like,
cute.
Yes.
Oh, I love that for you.
oh, I
love
love
for
that
you.
for
Love
you.
that for
And it's almost like
Bitch.
bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Bless
yeah.
your heart, you
Bless
stupid
your-
idiot.
yeah.
Now, Lucy, tell us when you're packing, when you're going, because you're traveling all the time. You're going on trips. You always do the Comic-Cons. Like, tell us, what do you pack? Do you do a carry-on? Do you check bags?
I tried to do a carry-on. I did a carry-on on the way to Finland, and I could not do a carry-on on the way back, which really annoyed me because of cloudberry jam.
Oh, you got the Cloudberry Jam. Yes, of
I
course.
had to
You
bring
bought
back.
luggage for Cloudberry Jam.
I had to
Yeah.
check my luggage because
Yeah.
I was so angry, and I did think if there were ways to like put it in tiny little containers, I was like, that's crazy. But I
Yeah.
did think it through.
You're like, what am I doing?
You're like sitting there
Rearranging your
filling
life for Cloudberry Jam.
Cloudberry into little tubs. But I love carry on. I love just being
carry-on,
like
right?
goodbye and
Yeah.
walking out of the plane and walking
it,
out.
yeah.
That's it. It's the best feeling ever. And I'm very spoiled because for the Comic-Cons at least, they always fly you in the nice
Yes.
class.
Oh, the nice class.
The
That's what
nice
we call
class.
it. That's what we call it on here.
The nice class. Which now when I don't fly in the nice class, I'm always like, in my head, I want to be like, I'm usually up there.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Can I get the pistachios, please?
Because I'm always up there. I should get them.
I don't
you
like
know?
almonds. Yeah.
So I try to do carry on. I love carry on. Also because if you have layovers, they always fuck it up. They always lose your
Yeah.
luggage.
I love a carry-on too, but I will, as the listeners know, I will go, if I do like a 2-day weekend, I'll go with a mini backpack. I just take a
Great.
backpack. But what ends up happening is I'll be like, oh my God, I don't have this. And then I start shopping. And
yes.
then I'm coming back with 2 bags.
Right.
And it gets a
But do
little
you
goofy.
take your computer with you on a
I
mini?
do.
I will. Sometimes I mostly do, but sometimes I don't. But I can fit it in there. I just wear like one pair of pants and then I take like leggings.
Right. I've
Something
become
little.
good at planning outfits, something that I was never good at. I also didn't used to shop. I just buy stuff that I liked and then I'd be like, none of this
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Like I don't
That's
know
hard. Yeah.
how to wear this. So now I'm better at that. And for Comic-Cons, you need like outfits because you're taking pictures and you have to pretend a little bit that you're a celebrity,
Right.
not a hobo from New York.
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
doing well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. okay. And you're around like actual like you're like next to Kit Harington, and he's like, oh, isn't it funny when you're just here so you can pay for your new patio, and you're like, yes, I'm not here because of rent at all. No.
Your new patio. Good one.
Literally.
Kit. Yeah.
Oh my God. And so I tried to plan outfits because I feel like for packing, that's really the way to go, because then you don't take anything you don't need.
You know what fucks me over is shoes.
Shoes are the
biggest
worst.
thing.
Yeah.
So then you got to wear your biggest shoes on the plane.
I know. Then you're on there with
You're
your
on these
outfits.
platforms.
And your sweats. It's just ridiculous.
Yes.
I always take my gym shoes too if I'm packing, a bigger bag, and then it's like you're just on there with clod humpers.
I know. Tommy Johnigan, who is a really funny comic, he had a bit about or a tweet I saw of, there's nothing so like demoralizing when you come back from your trip and you unpack your workout clothes that you never broke out. It's something I'm going to have to accept that I don't work out when I'm on a trip.
It's hard for me. I've done it, but this time I did bring the workout clothes and did not touch them at all.
The best
Not
workout
at
I think you
all.
can do when you're traveling so you don't have to maybe bring a big sneaker is yoga in your hotel room.
Yeah, I love a
I
little hotel
know.
yoga or
Or
little
Pilates.
Pilates, little mat Pilates.
I don't know. You do it? I've done that like
I've done
twice in my whole
occasionally.
life.
I do yoga in the hotel only because I have like tremendous back pain, especially from a long flight. So I have a great like yoga for business travelers, 5 Parks Yoga on YouTube. So I do that, and it's just like opens the shoulders. And then I will force myself to do like a full 1 hour yoga every week, because if I don't, I just have horrific back pain.
Okay.
So I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. It's annoying.
For me, it's mostly vanity.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
okay, I can eat more now because
Right.
I went on a run.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not. I don't. But if I had pain, that would be a better motivator for sure.
because I have terrible posture. I'm sitting and I sleep on the plane like this.
Oh, plane
sleep with
seats are insane. They're torture devices.
I'll sleep in there for 6
'Cause they're
hours with
like
my neck to the side.
curved
this-
like this, and then the headrest is
No,
forward.
this
so
is
you're
the
like
trick.
This.
The trick is you have to slide down all the way, extend your legs, which is easier when you're 5'1".
Right.
and put the pillow under your lower back and not
Okay.
your head.
Yes, I think I have seen this.
And
I have
then
seen
you
this
don't
online.
I'm always
slope
trying
over.
to cheat the system and coach.
Yeah,
Like,
back there, like
if I sleep on the window, I feel like I get more room than the aisle, but it's still, my knees are killing because they're,
Because
whatever.
you're kind of tall.
But not really.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'5" at the most.
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
guess that's not
Yeah.
super tall.
No. Yeah.
I saw a thing online that was saying, yes, it was like stretch all the way out, put the pillow under your back, and then take a sweater or like something like your coat, roll it up, and then put it around your neck and attach it with. This is like a transformer, but it was like roll the sweater so it's around your neck.
hammock.
And then
Yeah, so
take
you- so
an
you're-
inflatable mattress. No, I think the neck pillows are bad.
I never
don't
use
like
the
them.
neck pillow.
No, I think
never
they're
use the-
bad for you because you're like this.
Right. I got one of those
Yeah.
Velcro things too, almost like a head brace.
That's what you need, a full neck brace.
That it has like bendy things in it so you can mold it. But even that, after a while, you're still like this.
Yeah,
in-
it's like
in about 2
your head's
minutes.
heavy.
Yeah.
It's gonna do nothing.
It's like you almost need a thing to come down and to hold it as tight as it
And
can.
massage
here.
your head and say
Yeah, and-
everything's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
and just keep
Yeah.
it still.
And an eye
Yeah.
mask.
Do you watch movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I watch a lot of movies.
Delta used to have Beat Bobby Flay,
Oh, hilarious.
and they don't have it anymore. I'm so mad. That was my favorite thing to watch on airplanes. I'd be like, yes.
I have specific things for airplanes. I like to watch a good shitty movie.
Yes.
Like the Megalodon.
oh, that's a good
Meg
one.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that you're like,
like Sharknado.
yeah, where you're like, because I feel like on ground, if I watch it, I've wasted. I want my life back.
Yeah.
But in the air, you're like, this is just a waste of time anyway, so I might as well indulge in something like
Yes.
really horrific
Exactly.
and horrible.
Yeah, that's why I watch Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's junk food.
It's junk food, exactly. Or sometimes I'll put on a movie I've seen like 100 times, and I'll just
it's comforting.
like fall asleep and wake back up and be like, oh yeah, the shark is eating them now.
Anaconda. I love it. Lucie, where are you going to next? Where's
I'm
your
here
next?
for a while.
I love
But
that.
I'm invited to Bahrain
Oh, for the Comic-Cons?
for a Comic-Con.
Wow, that
Oh,
sounds
and before that, I'm going to
incredible.
LA for some work and some shows and stuff. But Comic-Con wise, it'll be Bahrain. And
Oh,
I'm
that
doing one
sounds
in upstate New
incredible.
York next month, I think.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on Lady Journey.
Thank
Can
you
you
for
tell
having
everybody
me.
where they can follow you, subscribe?
Yes, everyone except Hunter Pohl, please follow me at You Love Lucie, the letter U, LOVELUCIE on Instagram, Lucie Pohl on YouTube. And I have a podcast called Immigrant Jam, where I talk to immigrant and first generation immigrant comics, artists, peoples. Very fun. Yeah, check that out.
Lady Journey.
Journey.